At this point, you know about Raiden Makoto, Raiden A, and Scaramouche, right? If not, you probably shouldn't watch this video yet because there's spoilers for Chapter 2 of Genshin Impact and Act 2 of Raiden Shogun's story quest. So, these three have fascinating stories and left their mark on the world around them for better or worse, but one member in this family goes severely underappreciated, and that's the Raiden Shogun puppet. Though there's not much to her, there's enough to cement her as her own character. She has beliefs and motivations, a few little quirks, and arguably some character development. She's still easily overshadowed by her predecessors, but I want to bring more love and attention to her, so I'm going to talk about her. First, a quick overview on the Shogun. She is a puppet created by the Electro Archon A to rule Inazuma in her stead while withstanding the passage of time. A knew she could eventually fall victim to erosion, which would taint her ideals, so she created a being that would not erode and was therefore able to maintain those ideals forever. But that's just what the Shogun is. This video is about who she is. Something important about her is that she has her own consciousness. She's not just a robot following orders, and she's not just a body A inhabits. Of course, it's debatable how much of a person she is. After all, she's limited to what A created her for. But she is at least an entity with a will of her own. The Shogun doesn't have much of a personality since, well, she's an automaton and never required one. But that's sort of what defines her personality. Because she was created for a purpose, she's goal-oriented. Because she works by a strict set of rules, she's steadfast and, by extension, stubborn. In these aspects, she somewhat takes after A herself. Additionally, because she has no need for emotions, she doesn't feel strongly about anything and she instead opts for efficiency. And with her limited functions and the mission is vague as pursuing eternity, she is easy to manipulate, so long as she still acts within her goal. This is the difference between how the Fatui could use her while A struggled against her. That goal was actually a key part of her. She believed in A's original vision of eternity, an unchanging stasis without risky progress or painful loss, and that is what she worked hard to pursue, trusting that it was the best for Inazuma. Note that I'm not justifying the action she took to accomplish it, I'm just showing her perspective. Though this belief was given to her, it is nonetheless hers. The Shogun also has a few little quirks to her character that are easy to miss. For example, she knows she is the almighty Shogun and has no reason to hide it. Thus, she will not hesitate to show her power to prove a point, extreme as it may be. In some voice lines, the Traveler has to stop her and explain there's no need. Also, another trait she inherited from A is respect and appreciation for the martial arts. That's why she allows duels before the throne and, more importantly, honors their victors. Hence why she let us walk out of Tenchukaku alive after we defeated Signora, even though we were an enemy of eternity. She did try to kill us immediately after, but hey, she kept her word. And of course, the Shogun practices martial arts herself, and seemingly enjoys it since she looks forward to a rematch with A someday. Though it might be because she wants to improve her skills for the sake of efficiency. Finally, let's go over her role in Act 2 of their story quest, in which the Shogun is at her best. Following the events of Act 1, and Chapter 2 before that, A's ideal eternity changed because her people's wishes reached her, but the Shogun had a different view. As far as she knew, the change might have been due to erosion, and if A had eroded, then she was a threat. So the Shogun began to rebel against her. This culminated in a 5 centuries-long battle between the two. The Shogun needed to test A to ensure that she hadn't succumbed to erosion, and if she had, to eliminate her. Meanwhile, A couldn't simply change or reprogram the Shogun. She had to convince her, and to do that, she had to stand her ground. The form the Shogun took in this battle was her truest self, designed to oppose any and all enemies of eternity. And here, she was guided by her consciousness and hers alone. To represent the unchanging eternity, she was ready and willing to fight forever. Yet despite all odds, A was ultimately victorious, and the Shogun could accept it. A proved that she had not eroded and in fact found a better path, so the Shogun opened herself to change, and in a moment of poetic beauty, she became to A what A had once been to Makoto, the sword to her pen, the practice to her theory, the shadow to the true Shogun. It comes full circle. So yeah, the Raiden Shogun puppet is a pretty neat character, and it's kinda sad that she's so easily forgotten apart from her boss fight. I hope with this video I can give her the appreciation she deserves, even though she probably wouldn't care about it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, so thank you for listening.